And yeah, as you guys can see, here's the size of the hole we dug. And hopefully, I don't drive into that hole at a later date. Alright, welcome to the Burnt Biome. This fella, he thinks he's clever. And bang. I think it's final. I do think this is where we will be building our base. What's up, survivors? I'm NaturalBorn, and welcome to episode 43 of our Random Gen Let's Play. Now, first and foremost, as always, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for all of the support on all of the videos. You guys are the real MVPs. And if you do find yourself enjoying the video, then be sure to leave a like to show your support. But as you guys can see, we're at day 57, the Horde night is over, and you guys know what that means. It's time for Project Aerial Assault to begin. Now, we have a lot of work to get done, and unfortunately, we still are lacking in quite a few of the resources we need. Now, one of the main resources that we need is clay and a bit of iron. We do have iron cooking up, but we desperately need clay. So, to start this episode off, we're going to get our inventory organised from the Horde night. We're going to grab our auger and we're going to go find a nice patch of clay to dig into. Now, the thing that we've got to watch out for is because we now get cops and ferals from screamer hordes, we need to be super careful that we don't attract any screamers, because that may not end so well. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to organise my inventory, and I'll bring you back once we're done. Alright, so we're all geared up, we're ready to go. Now, I'd like to find a clay patch that's just a little bit further away from our base, because we're going to be digging such a big hole. Now, for anybody who's never used the auger for mining clay, it's definitely the go-to. We've got a clay patch around here. Yeah, right there, we're going to go a bit further though. But it's definitely the go-to. You're going to end up with a crap ton of clay very quickly. Now, once we've got this clay, we're going to get it smelting down in the forge, and then we're going to go head into the burnt biome and start scoping out our base location. Now, another thing that we're going to need a lot of clay for is for when we create castle rock, because that will be constructed out of cobblestone. Let's see what we've got here. A couple of shotgun parts, we'll take them. Fortunately for that backpack though, that's got to go. But yeah, for cobblestone, you're going to need a lot of clay and a lot of stone. Now, that's not the primary focus of this video, so we're just going to focus on getting enough that we can smelt it up. And as I mentioned, we have to be very careful here that we do not attract a screamer. Now, it definitely won't be the end of the world if we do have one show up, but yeah, it may cause a little bit more hassle than work. So yeah, guys, I'm going to smash into this clay pile here. Hopefully it goes quite deep. As you can see already, we have 2,500 clay, and yeah, we'll see how much we can collect. Alright, we've been at it for a few minutes now. Make sure we've got no screamers rolling in. And yeah, as you guys can see, here's the size of the hole we dug. And we managed to get just under 3 stacks of clay, and I think that's going to do perfectly fine for now. So now the goal is we need to get back to base and get this smelting down in the forge. And hopefully I don't drive into that hole at a later date. And I can almost guarantee you that I probably will. Alright, so we're going to drop the crap that we don't necessarily need at the moment, and we're going to get this downstairs. We're going to start smelting it up. Now, one of the big reasons that we need clay is you need clay to not only make steel, but forged iron as well. And that is one of the things that we are going to be using a lot of with this base. Now, instead of making iron bars, I'm going to make iron grates and upgrade them, and that requires forged iron. So we need to get some clay smelting down in all of these forges with iron in them. only that, we also need to pull out at least a stack of iron too. So we'll go 6,000. Beautiful. But my goal is to get this finished before the next horde night. Now, I don't know if we will be able to, but like I said, guys, I will be trying my hardest to make sure that happens. Alright. So I think now we need some concrete mix and some rebar. Got a concrete mix up here. We're going to take 10,000 of that with us. And we'll take 1,000 rebar as well. Now, one thing that I do actually want to do, we've got some dirt up here. Come into recipes on the dirt. You'll see down here we have burnt forest ground. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a stack of this. Well, 328 of it. Just in case we have to fix up any terrain while we're building. Like I've said multiple times, with a horde base, you want the surrounding area to be as flat as possible. Now, might be smart to eat and drink before we leave, but then we're jumping on the mini bike and we're getting straight into the burnt biome. There's actually two other things that we need to grab. One is the nail gun, and two is splints. Now, I've built bases like this quite a few times, and honestly, you'd be amazed at how many times you fall off. Alright, got a bit of lag, make sure there's no hordes spawning in, looking pretty good to go. And as I mentioned, I have a fair idea of where I want to put this base, but it may require a bit of landscaping, which isn't the end of the world. This base will end up quite large. As I mentioned, I want to have a little room in the middle of it, and our floating platform will be surrounding that on the outside. It'd be nice if we could put it smack bang in the middle of the road right here, but I feel like that's just a little bit too close to the forest biome. So pretty much somewhere around here is what we're aiming for. Now down here would be nice, but we would probably have to clear out a bit of terrain, and that is not what we're looking to do. Like I said, I want it to be close enough to the Iron Fortress. We won't be living in this base, it'll be primarily used for horde nights. Very uneven terrain around here. Alright, maybe up here somewhere. First we're going to deal with this guy. Oops. Alright, welcome to the burn biome, motherfucker. Burn. Any food? Nope. And no loot. Alright, we're just going to get rid of this one. Corpse, easy too. And here's somebody else. Alright, done. Quite a hard one to pick, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I'm looking for a large flat area. Never the easiest to find in this game. Your best luck with finding an area like that is 100% if you can find a town in that biome. But we already know that there's no towns here. Alright, this place is just a mess. Yeah, it's funny, the flattest area around here would definitely have to be down here near the road somewhere. But as you can even tell here, if we grab out our frames, that this terrain ooze down. And I'm not 100% sure how wide this space is, but I know it's quite big. Alright, even over here is not actually looking too bad. I mean, worst case, I can dig up a bunch of terrain if I have to, but I'd really like to not have to do that. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Just looking here, looks like this might be the place. It's all good. I'm going to pop this chest down right here in the middle of the road, and this is where we can store a bunch of crap while we're doing the rest of what we need to do. And I might actually hold on to that forest ground. Right, tell you what, there's one more spot that I want to check on the mini bike quickly. As you can tell, I'm very indecisive about where to place this base, but your placement is pretty key. Like I said, it's quite a large base, and you don't want to get halfway through constructing it and then run into problems. We want to be low on the terrain as well, so that way we don't end up with zombies getting caught against the terrain. We want a nice flow of zombies into the horde base. But I do know that up here somewhere, may be a flat area. Yeah, around here was where I was thinking. We're going to jump off the mini bike and we're just going to have a quick wee look over here. Yeah, no, it's very hilly around here. Like I said, we want to avoid digging out as much terrain as possible, or even placing down our own terrain. For anybody who doesn't know, zombies cannot spawn on player place blocks. That is definitely something that we are looking to avoid. Alright, we're not looking too good so far. Let's have a quick look at the map. Alright, so we haven't even been up in this area. I tell you what, before we commit to the build, I'm going to do a little bit of scouting first. Just to make sure. Yeah, that's the last thing we want to do, is commit to the build and then find the perfect area afterwards. Wasteland right there. So no, definitely nothing up here we can use. Actually, I think I know the perfect location to do this. Up there at that crossroads, if we take down the water tower, that may just leave us a nice enough space to build the base. The only problem is that you are surrounded by other buildings, and that could cause problems. So I'm not too sure. It could be worth jumping on the mini bike and just having a look up there. It's even right there. Beautiful. If we could tear down this whole building, then we'd have the perfect spot. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe around here somewhere. What's the terrain look like on this side? Yeah, we've got quite a big dip down here. I don't know. Part of me feels like this may be the smarter place to build it. The only problem is if they spawn down here, can they get up? See, they won't get up this. They'll 100% start digging through this to tunnel under your base. That is something that you do not want. Right, what about down here? This looks quite flat. The question is it? See, even this comes down quite a bit here. what about down here? Nice wee cluster of burnt out buildings. You don't usually get this many spawning this close together. Not gonna lie, I do like this area down here. The only problem is we would have to use our burnt forest ground to fill in a lot of the spots. Now, it'd be nice if we could tear down all these buildings and build here. That would be perfect, but that will take far too long. We're not about to go and do that. But yeah, I don't know, I'm thinking even here it seems just about fair. Of course, we'd have to clean up a bit of trash. We'd have to get rid of this building here. We may not have too many problems with them getting caught up. If they do, obviously we can deal with that at the time. But this fella, he thinks he's clever. Oh, oh. And bang. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking this may be the location. Alright. Guess there's only one thing we can do now. That is the mix. Yeah, this is... I don't think we're going to find anything much flatter than this. Like I said, this isn't a primary base that we'll be living in. Once we have a majority of the horde bases constructed, I think what we'll be doing is pretty much rotating between each base for each horde night. And that way, we don't always have to be stuck inside of the Iron Fortress. Now, I already know what I'm going to do for the horde area of Castle Rock. I do think that one has the potential to be a long-term base. Just not too sure what I'm going to be doing with the top part of it. We'll take it. And unfortunately, it's almost night time already. Joys of 1 hour days, you don't get a lot of time to get your shit done. But I think it's final. I do think this is where we will be building our base. Now, of course, we have the fun task of clearing everything out around here, from fibre to trees. But I do think that we'll be able to make this work. The terrain does come up a wee bit there, but nothing too bad. And yeah, obviously we will have to destroy all of this crap. Get rid of the locals. Gotta let them know that this is our part of town now. Alright, so I don't think we're going to have to get rid of the water tower just yet. I'm going to try build as far in this way as I can, just so we have less chance of zombies getting caught up on buildings and terrain. So yeah guys, this is where the project begins. Phase 1, we're going to clear out the landscape. Now obviously very shortly we're going to have to head back to base because it will be night time and I'm not staying out here dealing with that. But first thing in the morning, we'll be back out here to continue construction. So hopefully we can just clear up as much of this crap as possible. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this horde base set up. Like I said, explosives are something that I have not used a lot in this game. And that is the primary objective of this base, is to use as many explosives as possible. Alright, so we don't have the auger on us. So we're going to loot this. We've got a wrench. And that's that. What about the toilet? We'll take it. Beautiful. Scrap all this crap, drop that. And we're going to break that toilet. Break that sink. Alright, 3,000. I was hoping that was going to be 1,500, but no. Oh yeah, so this is definitely going to take a while. It's actually getting very close to that time that we need to get back to base 2. Alright, I do actually think now would be the perfect time to head back to base, since it is still quite a distance away. But yeah, first thing in the morning we'll be heading back out here, we'll be pulling down that building, clearing out the rest of the crap, and then we can finally start construction. Now throughout the night I'm going to be crafting up a bunch of concrete plates, and iron grates is the other thing that we actually need. Alright, where's that road gone? There it is. So yeah, that way we have a majority of the blocks ready for tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully construction won't take too long. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to have the base finished before the next horde night, but it'll 100% be done the horde night after that. So yeah, I did like this location to the left of us, but there's just too much terrain going up and down. It's going to cause far too many problems by the time the base is finished. That is something that we definitely want to avoid. We don't want to go through all the effort and resources of making this base and have zombies not even be able to path to it properly. Alright, let's not give their zombies attention. And see if we can make it back to base in one piece. Alright, looking pretty safe. We're just going to park right here tonight. Alright, beautiful. Safe inside the Iron Fortress. Alright, well, look at that for a pistol. It's actually better than the pistol we've got. So I might even throw that one with the guns. Once again, I'm going to dump all of this crap. We don't necessarily need it at the moment. We will hold on to the forest ground. And yeah, I guess I'm going to start doing a bit of crafting. So actually, we'll get downstairs because we need the iron. It's this one. This one. Alright, beautiful. So we want to go grates. Scrap iron grate. How many can we make? 150. We're going to go ahead and we're going to craft all of those, and I'm not even sure if that will be enough. Like I said, this base is going to require quite a lot of iron grate, and all of those need to be upgraded with forged iron as well. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to make another 6,000 just to keep the ball rolling. And now we're going to start pumping out forged steel. I'm just going to pump out as much as we can from each of these forges. There's 1,000 there. 386. And what do we got from this one? 385, right. Now I'm hoping all of that forged is enough to get the job done. But if not, we'll have to craft up some more. We've got our iron grates crafting up. I do feel like we may have to craft more, but we'll wait and see how that goes. Next thing we want to do is we want to go to plates. And we're looking for concrete plates. Now I'm not even too sure how many of these we need to make. Definitely not 200. Maybe we'll go for 100. And we'll see how far that gets us. If we need to craft more of those, then we definitely can do that too. As I mentioned in the last episode, we had a bunch of cement. Look at that, 5 seconds left. Couldn't have timed that one any better. And yeah, we have just about 18,000 concrete mix there too. Alright, as you guys can see, it's almost midnight, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to hit up the vending machine. Because at midnight, this thing's going to restock. So we're going to buy all the food, all the beer. And we're not going to worry about those two there. And we're we're going to take some of this tallow as well. And we're going to go see what we need to craft up some flaming arrows. Oh, that sounds like we got a horde. Of them will just get mowed out on the spikes. Shout 'em. I was about to say undetected. Here they come. See them all spawning in down there. Should probably be conserving my ammo, especially while we're in the Iron Fortress, considering this is pretty much designed. Alright, yeah, we got more coming. Got a bit of lag going on. Be interesting to see how large this horde is. They're noisy, I'll tell you that much. Settle down, lady. 762. Always happy to see it. Oh. Creeping up on me like that. Bit of wooden gunpowder. More spider zombies. My favourite. Goddamn sandwich. Alright, so it says we're sensed. Oh, there we go. Someone's stuck in the garden. Yeah, I see you down there. Still sensed. Yeah, there we go. Fire. Perfect. Alright, now that we dealt with that, we can get back downstairs and see if we can get some flaming arrows crafted up. Can't quite remember what you need. If you need feathers, if you need feathers, or if you need the actual arrows. Steel arrow and cloth. Alright, we can do that. I'm not too sure. We don't have a lot of cloth, that's for sure. Take that, and I believe we have a bunch of steel arrows up here. Perfect. Right, that one's full of corn. Flaming arrow, how many can we pump out? 106, that'll do for now. And I'm just going to leave the gunpowder and the tallow up here for now. There's still quite a few other explosives that I'd like to make before board at least. And potentially make some rockets too if we can. Right, as you guys can see, 3:30 in the morning. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight on the mini bike. We're going to head straight back over and continue construction. Pop some crap into the mini bike for now. Tell you what, might even be safe to put some gas in it first. Refuel. Alright, perfect. Because yeah, we're going to have to stop off at that drop chest we put down, and we're going to have to grab all the resources out of there. Then, like I said, we'll be able to smash straight into construction. Now, as I said, I hope this base doesn't take too long to get completed, but it should look pretty good once it's finished. And obviously, our best horde night from it will not be the first. It'll be more into the late game when we can craft up a crap ton of explosives and landmines and all of that good stuff. Alright, here comes that chest. Taking all of that concrete, some rebar, we'll need those splints, and should be pretty good for now. We'll be able to do a bit of looting around here at some point too, since now we have a reason to come up here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to park right here. Before we get into it, I'm going to make a storage chest. On concrete mix. And we're going to go ahead and pop that down right there. Now any extra resources that we get, as we're clearing out all of this crap, we can go ahead and put it in there. Actually going to need the axe. Get rid of that, and we can go ahead and punch all of this shit out. And unfortunately, no matter how I go about it, I'm going to have to remove all of these blocks by hand. But I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start placing down frames. You have a look. Right, we should be pretty good. We may have to dig up some of the terrain over here, but that won't be the end of the world. So you want to have your center block down. It's the one in the middle. That's why we've got 2 on top, so we know it's the center. And we're going to build out by 3 blocks on each side. Right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same on each side. We're going to fill all of these in by 3 blocks. Obviously 2 blocks on the side that already have the blocks down. Alright, now that we've got that down, we want to go ahead and we're going to, oh, not there, we're going to pop a frame in each corner. Now, like Minecraft, you cannot build circles, but you can build shapes that are quite similar, and that's pretty much what we're going for here, is this circular area. Now, I'm just looking. See, this is all quite high. It's funny, we've got the opposite type of terrain glitch here. As you can see, that is technically floating. Oh, where it goes down. Yeah, we don't. See, that's where the problems come in. We don't want it going down. Having it up on this side's good, because it's going to help out a bit more on this side. But, like I said, we're just going to commit. Alright, where's that nail gun? There is actually a few other blocks that I forgot to make, so that's going to have to make those on the go, but that's all good. Alright, so we're going to take our nail gun and we're just going to go straight ahead and we're going to start upgrading. We are going to pick up the center block first. Alright, and this is the shape that we're left with. Now from here what we want to do is we want to take out our plates, which of course we don't have them on us. Storage is something else that I forgot to make, but that's all good. We can make up some small storage boxes. And we're going to need the concrete plates. And I'm not going to worry too much about the doors for now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to chuck our first plate smack bang in the middle. And then we want a plate in each of these corners. Now for this build, you probably don't need the middle plate, but to be safe, we're going to do it. Like I said, the last thing you want to do is go through the effort of building something like this and then having it collapse on you. Now we're going to do the plate trick. Just going to keep moving up. One more down. And, oh, don't fall. We're going to place that one there. Now we're going to continue to do this on each of the corners. I probably should have upgraded these as I was going up. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that quickly. And won't jump for that one. Beautiful. I'll go ahead. I'll do. Now eventually we will bring all of these support pillars up to steel, but for now reinforced concrete should be fine. So next up, we're going to do the ones on the side. Alright, now for the fun bit. We get to pole our way up the top. Go ahead and jump across. And we're going to link all of these corners together. So, as I mentioned, the base that we have in the middle will not be big, but we will be able to have storage inside of here. We can put our bed inside of here. But most importantly, we can chill in here for a couple minutes when some cops show up, just to see how they react if they know the players inside. Just for you guys who want to build this for more defensive purposes than assault purposes. Alright, now something else that I do need, concrete ramps. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of these. Now we actually need quite a lot of them, so I'm going to go ahead and make 50 for now. Grab these ramps, and these are one of the ones that you do not want to misplace. 2, and we're going to go 3 high. Might actually have to pop that in the middle there. Now remember, this is not going to be the biggest base on the inside. Now, if you wanted, you could load this thing up with forges and turn this into some sort of a screamer farm if you wanted to. Alright, so we're actually going to have to go ahead and upgrade these now. And we'll go ahead and place our frames in. Now, we'll be leaving these 2 sides here open. But we will be placing a door down, and that's more just to shut ourselves away from the zombies' AI. So that way we would technically be hidden, because, yeah, like I said, I want to see how cops react to the base. Fill these in. Go ahead, we're going to upgrade all of these walls. Now, we could block this door off, but I want to have 2 sides in, so no matter what side of the base we're on, we have well, the outer ring, I should say, then we have a quick way inside of the base. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pop all of these down. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't crumble under the weight. It's one of the big reasons why I put that extra support in the middle. So I don't think we're going to have any issues with this part of the base. And providing for the outer ring, as long as we space all the blocks out correctly, we shouldn't have any issues there either. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to fill the roof in. Now, I could put a ladder inside to get on top of the roof, but we're not going to worry about that. If we decide to in the future, then we can go ahead and go ahead and block it all off. Alright, so this is the base. We will have storage up here, so might as well just go ahead and make some now. I did want to bring the bigger storage boxes, but I think these ones will fit just a bit better. Just going to pop those 3 up there. We can have our sleeping bag down here. We've still got a bit of room to move around. We can have more chests up there if we want to. She can't even get on top of the block. She's probably going to start healing into that, so we're just going to go ahead and... Oh, just as she makes it up. Oh, we got a horde. No? Not too sure. Alright, see, she's making a bit of damage. Not what we're looking for, lady. Get out of here. This isn't how I planned on testing this place out. And... Bam. Oh. She wanted to trade blows, that's alright. Bit of XP for us into light armor. We haven't got time to be dealing with this crap. We need to keep construction moving along. So yeah, as I mentioned, it's quite crammed down here. And there is the potential that we would not need this center pillar, but we're going to keep it there to be safe. yeah, so that's so far, that's pretty much the middle part. Now, the next part that I want to do is get rid of this quickly. There's that rebar. Now first, we want to place a block around this entire thing.
Just like so.
And as I've mentioned, if you are building something like this, all of this step here isn't necessary, but like I said, to keep things interesting, not only for you guys, but for myself too, I'm trying out a bunch of different things. So as you can see, we've got a ring going around. We're going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade this. All right, now that we have that out of the way, the next blocks that I need, so we go concrete, we have full corner. We're going to need quite a lot of these. So we're just going to start off with 25, and inside corner, we're going to need a lot of these too. We're going to go ahead and make 25 of those as well. 24, sorry. So we can get rid of this. Don't need the rebar on us at the moment. So we take that corner. 40 seconds, we need the other corner. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to have ramps that lead up here, and we're going to have a solid block down here with a ramp on this side going out, and then down in this little moat or trench, we're actually going to have barbed wire. Now, I didn't come up with this design. This is something I seen from a YouTuber called Grand Spartan. I seen this a very long time ago, and I've always wanted to try it since I've seen it. So what will happen is zombies will run down, they'll run into the barbed wire, it'll turn them into crawlers. Like I said, definitely not necessary for this base, but it's something that I've always wanted to test out. Now, another thing, obviously we will start off with the barbed wire, but what ultimately will be in this trench is we're going to load it with landmines. Spending time inside this part of the base, there'll be a ring, probably about out here, that runs the whole way around, and that's where we will spend all of our horde night. So as these things craft, I might as well just start. Oh yeah, no, there we go, we've already got a bit done. So what we want is we want this right in the corners, like so. And we want to go ahead and pop these bits in here. That one there, back to the ramps. This is going to ensure that zombies should have no worries getting up there at all. Although we are talking about zombie AI in the console version, so wouldn't surprise me if something goes wrong. Alright, and that part is done. So yeah, what's going to happen is they're all going to run. The reason we had to put this extra layer around, because without that there, the lip of this plate would end up getting zombies caught on it, and we want them to be able to run in here with no worries at all. Right, we have a supply drop. We're not going to worry about that though. We are. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to upgrade all of these blocks. Alright, so now that we have that done, now we have the fun part of digging out the trench. We're going to need rebar for this. And yeah, we can't get them to go down there. That's all good. So yeah, we're just going to have to dig it out. There's no two ways around it. Like I said, I will be surprised if we get this fully functional. But if not, it won't be long after the next horde night. And then we will definitely be testing it out. So we've got our wee moat dug out. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill the whole thing in with frames. Alright, so we have our next ring down. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade all of this too. Alright, so the middle section is pretty much done. The only thing that this needs is the iron grates, but they will be attached to all of our platforms surrounding the build. Now that we have that out of the way, I do think we're going to encounter problems over here, but that's all good. Who knows, one episode, we might craft up 100 gas barrels, shove them all in there, blow them up, and see what happens. sure that'd be interesting. It'll more than likely crash the game, but hey, it'll be interesting nonetheless. Alright, so I'm going to grab all these pieces back out. Now we need to place these ramps down here. Now, we could always have a space of 2, but like I said, we will have platforms over here, and I don't want it to be too far away that it causes structural issues with the base. Place that one there. That corner in here. And yeah, as you guys can see, this is pretty much how it goes. Another corner here. And this way it should cause no issues for the zombies to path up. Now obviously the wider this thing gets, we are potentially going to have to put ramps down on the outside, but that's not the worst. And I'm actually going to have to craft up some more concrete ramps. Oh no. There goes the second misplace of the build. But you expect to see it when you're building out of concrete. And just the ramps remaining. Beautiful. We're going to go around and we're going to upgrade all of these blocks too. But yeah, like I said, we'll be placing... Well, I mean, realistically, you could place anything you wanted into these moats. You could place log spikes, wood spikes, barbed wire fences, or land mines. Now to start off, because it's nice and cheap, we will be placing barbed wire down, but as we progress and we get a bit more resources, we will craft up a crap ton of landmines, and they will be littered all through here too. So yeah, next, we pretty much need to follow this design around for about 5 blocks wide. And we're just going to start off by doing it one by one, and I can clear out the area as we come in contact with things that are going to slow us down. Alright, so that's the next ring down. And like I said, I want to go out by 5 blocks around the whole thing. And on the 3rd block in is where we're going to start placing down our pillars to attach our iron grates to. And that'll go around, same design in a ring formation, but we'll have walkways that lead into the base from each side, and we will possibly have iron grates around here too. That should give us plenty of room to be able to fight the horde, be able to shoot explosives, as I've mentioned, with frames, iron bars and iron grates. You can shoot through them with arrows and firearms, but you cannot throw explosives through them or even shoot the rocket launcher through them. Trust me guys, I've tried it and I wouldn't recommend testing it yourself. Alright, another level, love to see it. But yeah, providing it doesn't take us too long to get the grates down, then we should be pretty close to finishing this base in the next episode, which is bloody good. Unfortunately, I've got to get rid of this, so I might as well just start chipping into it now. Alright, finally. Right, so that gives us a little bit of extra room to work with, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to place down another layer of rebar frames. Alright, so there goes the next layer down. And we might as well go ahead and upgrade this now. Alright, so we've got 2 layers down. And we need 3 more layers coming out, and then we'll probably have ramps leading up, and then that way zombies can run straight up and hopefully shouldn't have too many issues. But unfortunately, this base is getting in our way, so we're going to have to knock this down. Right, there should be enough room for us to get the next layer down. Now, the good thing about this 3rd layer is we can actually start placing the plates down on that layer because that's where they are going. Alright, guys starting to get thirsty. Probably getting hungry too, but no worries because we will be heading back to base soon. But yeah, so far, this is what we've got. Now, we could probably go ahead and actually start placing down our frames. Not our frames, sorry, our concrete plates. And the way I want to go about this is line it up with the middle. And go right there. 3, 4, actually we'll go 5. That leaves a space of 4 in between. Like I said, there will be quite a lot of weight on these, so we don't want it to be too heavy and end up collapsing on us. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and same on this side. And 5. Alright, so now we need to find the center of these blocks. And right there looks perfect. That leaves a space of 2 blocks on each side. Get that look even. Now the good thing about marking this out now, that means that when we do come back here in the next episode, it'll be super easy to start getting all of these pillars up. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Actually, we don't have to worry about counting out the blocks. We know exactly where each plate goes, and then we can just smash straight into it. On there, and there. And right, we got that side done too. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade these quickly. Alright, so the time is getting on. Night is almost upon us. So I think now would be a good time to get ready to leave. I don't think we'll be doing any more building here tonight. May even just smash into this building here. Try and knock as much of it out as I can. All this crap surrounding the base. So that's all ready to be built tomorrow. Oh, looks like we do have a horde now. Oh well, let's deal with these guys then. What about you? Yeah, I can see more of them coming in the distance too. Oh well. I was hoping that we would have had time to take that building down. And if one of them can bring me some oil, then I ain't going to complain. Yeah. There you go, a bunch of shit, mate. Where's all that good loot? See the last one? There he is. Doesn't even know we're here. Alright. Now we've got a bunch of crap on our character. Yeah, like that. Even we can't. Oh, yeah. No, we can't jump up there. Go ahead and dump this in this chest and then deal with him. He still doesn't know what he's doing. Go for the trick shot. Oh. Not the smartest idea. Bit of duct tape though, better than nothing. Alright, so we definitely do not have long until we have to head back to base. I'm going to try to smash out as much of this as I can before we have to leave. Alright, so it's about that time to leave. Got a bit more done on this, trying to collapse the whole thing though. Take that with us. And yeah, so this is what we've got done so far, guys. Definitely let me know in the comments below how you feel about this base, if you think it's going to be successful on a horde night. And yeah, I'm pretty confident that we will be able to get it finished before the next horde night, so we may even be able to test it out, which would be pretty cool. Oh, you're lucky. So lucky. Turned down a few animals today, but that one, he's just asking for it. Alright. Beautiful. Time for us to head home. Alright. I have to get this man some food and some water. Have to dump all of this crap. I have to keep those splints on us though, because yeah, we will be needing those. As you guys can see too, our wellness is definitely getting up there. So would not be a bad idea for us to invest in... Where is it? Health nut. How many points we got? 40 points. Is there anything else that we desperately need? I don't feel like there will be. Point into rifles would actually be really good. Might even go ahead and do that. It's definitely going to help out with the sniper rifle and horde knights. And yeah, apart from that, we're looking pretty good. So I might just go ahead and purchase these now. We only have 6 skill points left, but Health Nut is maxed out. For anybody who doesn't know what Health Nut does, your wellness will max out at 200. When you purchase all 5 levels of that perk, it boosts your max wellness up to 200. So it's something that I definitely recommend for you to invest in your world. So we're just going to dump the tallow in there for now. Don't really need... I need to sort out all our storage, but I suppose at the end of the day, we will not be spending all of our time in this base. Now, something that we do need to get crafting up are the full corners. We will need these for the outside layer of the floating ring. We're just going to go 30 to be safe, and we're going to do the same with this one. Now, I know 30 is definitely overkill, but like I said, it's always best to have a little more than a little less. So 150, perfect. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull out another 6,000 iron so we have it ready for upgrades for this base. And we're actually going to go ahead now and pull out as much steel as we can. We are going to need to upgrade our tools, repair our tools, and make upgrades to all of the plates at the next base. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cook up some boiled meat. This way we can keep adding to our cooked food. Drop that in there. Yeah, like I said, we want every single type of food in the game. So we have grilled meat up there. Might as well go ahead and take another stack of meat. Get some charred meat going. Definitely not the nicest, but it's going to look good in our collection. We're also down to our last bacon and eggs, so something we're going to have to do when we're in the burnt biome is keep an eye out for eggs. We do have 8 up here, but would it be a bad idea to collect some more? Meat's another one that we're going to need more of. But yeah, pretty soon we're going to have, well, we already do. We've got enough food that we could survive for a very long time without collecting more. That's 4 minutes and 2 minutes. Alright, so not long to go till the morning, guys. I'll bring you back shortly. So yeah, hopefully in the next episode we can get the base fully constructed. And then we can start working on some other things. Like I said, nitrate powder is an extremely crucial thing for this base to function at its highest tier, because we're going to need a lot of explosives. But we do have a bit of ammo, we do have a bit of gunpowder, so we may be able to even work out enough that we will be spending the next horde night there. So yeah guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the build. If you think it's going to be able to survive a horde night, and if you think it's going to go well or not. But yeah guys, as the sun comes up, that means our time is up. I hope you all enjoyed the episode, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe for more console content. But as always, stay safe out there survivors, and I'll see you in the next one.